Once upon a time, there lived a poor woodcutter near a quiet river. Every day he walked into the forest with his old iron axe to cut trees and sell the wood in the village. His clothes were simple and his house was small, but he worked hard and never complained about his life. One morning, the woodcutter went to the river to cut a large tree near the water. While he was working, his hands became tired and wet with sweat. Suddenly, the axe slipped from his fingers and fell into the deep river with a loud splash. The woodcutter looked into the water, but he could not see the axe because the river was dark and fast. The man sat on the ground and began to cry. "My axe was the only thing I had," he said sadly. "Without it, I cannot work and I cannot earn food for my family." He felt hopeless and did not know what to do. A moment later, the spirit of the river appeared in front of him. She was bright and calm and held a shining golden axe in her hand. "Is this your axe?" she asked kindly. The woodcutter looked at the golden axe and shook his head. "No, that is not mine," he said. "My axe is made of iron and looks very old." The spirit disappeared into the water and came back again with a silver axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The woodcutter answered, "No, that is not mine either. My axe is simple and not beautiful like this one." For the third time, the spirit went into the river and returned with the woodcutter's old iron axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The woodcutter smiled with relief. "Yes, this is my axe. Thank you for bringing it back to me," he said with happiness. The river spirit was pleased with his honesty. "Because you did not lie and did not take what was not yours, I will reward you," she said. Then she gave him the golden axe and the silver axe along with his iron one. The woodcutter thanked her many times and went home with joy. Later that day, another man heard about what had happened. This man was greedy and wanted the golden axe for himself. He went to the river and threw his own axe into the water on purpose. Then he began to shout loudly and pretend to cry. Soon the river spirit appeared and showed him a golden axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The man quickly answered, "Yes, that is mine." He reached out his hands eagerly, trying to take it, thinking he was clever and would get the treasure easily. But the spirit looked at him with a serious expression. She shook her head and said, "You are not honest, and this axe does not belong to you. You cannot have it, because you have tried to lie and take what is not yours." The greedy man's face turned red with anger and shame. He begged, shouted, and tried to explain, but the spirit did not listen. No silver axe, no golden axe, not even his old axe came back. He felt powerless, frustrated, and very foolish for thinking he could trick the spirit. He walked home slowly, empty-handed, and thinking deeply about his actions. His heart was heavy with regret, and he could not stop blaming himself for his greed. People in the village whispered about his failure and laughed quietly at his attempt to cheat. From that day, he never again tried to take what did not belong to him, but the lesson was hard and painful to remember. His pride was broken, and he learned that dishonesty brings loss instead of reward. The poor woodcutter continued his work every day and used the axes wisely. He was thankful for what he had and never forgot the lesson of truth. This story teaches that honesty brings good results, while greed and lies lead to trouble and regret.